Carl Jung once said, "The world will ask you who you are, and if you do not know, the world will tell you." Have you ever wondered why you are the one who always texts first? Why you drop everything for someone else's last-minute plans? Why you say yes when you mean no, just to keep the peace? You give, you accommodate, and at the end of the day, you are left feeling invisible, drained, taken for granted. It's a bitter paradox, isn't it? You pour your energy into others, hoping for connection, yet find yourself more isolated than ever. You've become so good at being there for them that you've forgotten how to be there for yourself. Your own needs have become a distant echo, drowned out by the noise of everyone else's demands. And what do you get in return? Contempt, indifference, silence. The reason they do not respect your time is because you have taught them not to. The kindness you so freely give is cheapening your value in their eyes. Today, we will fix this. Let's be honest. This pattern of over-availability has a cost, and you are the one paying the price. It begins quietly. You are the first to like their post, to respond to a message in seconds. You cancel your own plans because they suddenly want to go out. At first, you tell yourself you are being a good friend, a dedicated partner. You call it being flexible, but a quiet resentment begins to build. You notice the effort is not reciprocated. Your calls go to voicemail, but you are expected to answer on the first ring. Your plans are treated as disposable. You have become the guaranteed backup plan. You are no longer a priority, you are an option. This is the downward spiral. It is a slow erosion of your self-worth. You begin to feel you have no life of your own because your schedule is wrapped around the possibility of someone else needing you. You tell yourself it's temporary, that they're just going through a busy phase. You make excuses for their behavior, becoming an apologist for your own neglect. This quiet justification is a poison. Each excuse you make for them is a confirmation of the silent agreement that your world stops when theirs begins. You consistently trade your self-worth for their fleeting attention. This is not just about feeling unappreciated. It is a deep internal burnout that leaves you wondering why your relationships feel so one-sided. Are you ready to hear what you've never had the courage to say to yourself? The key to gaining respect is not about doing more. It is about doing less. The turning point comes when you understand a fundamental law of human psychology. Scarcity creates value. Gold is valuable because it is rare. A limited edition sells out in minutes. That which is always available is eventually perceived as less valuable. When you are constantly accessible, you remove all mystery and anticipation from your relationships. People subconsciously register your time as a low-value commodity because its supply is abundant. This is not a flaw in them. It is a feature of human nature. We are wired to value what requires effort. Think of it in terms of social currency. When you are perpetually available, you signal that your time has a low exchange rate. People by instinct are drawn to that which is earned. They respect the mountain they had to climb, not the pebble they tripped over. By pulling back, you're not being cruel. You are recalibrating your value in the social marketplace. You are demanding they see you not as a convenience, but a destination. This is your wake-up call. Pulling back is not about playing manipulative games. It is a profound act of self-respect. It is about setting boundaries that communicate to the world and to yourself that your time and your energy are valuable. It is about shifting from being a passive option to an active choice. When you stop being so available, you do not just change how others see you, you change how you see yourself. This is the beginning of true power. How do we make this shift? It comes down to 5 rules. This is your new code of conduct. First, understand scarcity. Treat your time like the precious resource it is. Stop replying to texts and calls instantly. Let there be a natural delay. This is not a game. It is a statement that you are engaged in your own life. This creates an element of positive tension and makes them wonder, what are they up to? When you are less accessible, you create a space for them to value your response when it comes. Your presence must feel like a reward, not a given. You are teaching people that access to you is a privilege, not an expectation. Second, reclaim your calendar. The world does not respect a person with nothing important to do. You must have a life outside of your relationships. Fill your calendar with things that are for you. Join a class, start a project, go to the gym, spend time with other people. These are not placeholders. They are non-negotiable investments in your own growth. This isn't about pretending to be busy. It's about genuinely having a rich life that is naturally resistant to last-minute interruptions. The next time someone asks for a last-minute plan, you will not have to lie. You will be busy. Learn to say, I am not available then. This communicates that your time is valuable. If they want to be in your life, they must respect your schedule. Third, master the word no. For many, no is the hardest word. We fear it will lead to conflict or rejection. But here's the truth. Every time you say yes to something you do not want, you are saying no to your own self-respect. A no is not an act of aggression. It is an act of clarity. It's about declining to take on emotional labor that isn't yours to carry. Practice saying it without guilt and without explanation. Thank you for the invitation, but I won't be able to make it. It is a complete sentence. People who respect you will accept your no. The ones who do not are revealing they were interested only in your compliance, and that is valuable information. Fourth, let them initiate. Look at your relationships. Are you always the one sending the first text? Making the plans? It is time for an experiment. Stop initiating. Pull back and create a vacuum. See who steps up to fill it. This can be terrifying. It forces you to confront the reality of the dynamic. This silence can be uncomfortable, but it's a powerful filter that reveals the truth. Will they reach out, or will they let the connection die? Either outcome is a win. If they initiate, you have begun to rebalance the relationship. If they do not, you have your answer about how much they value your presence. It may hurt, but it frees you from a one-sided connection. Fifth, invest radically in yourself. This is the ultimate rule. The most powerful way to stop being so available to others is to become deeply available to yourself. Build a life so fulfilling that a relationship becomes a wonderful addition, not the central focus. Become so fascinating to yourself that the validation of others becomes a pleasant bonus, not a desperate necessity. When you do not need their attention for your happiness, your entire energy shifts. You stop operating from lack and start operating from abundance. Become the main character in your own story. Pursue your ambitions. Enjoy your own company. When you find validation from within, you stop seeking it from without. This creates a quiet confidence that is magnetic. Your life is your greatest project. Invest in it. If this content is making sense to you, subscribe for more that helps you reclaim your power. Now make a commitment. In the comments below, write the affirmation, "My time is valuable." Let's fill this space with the energy of self-respect. This journey is not about building walls so high no one can get in. It is about installing a gate. You decide who you let in and when. This is not about playing games. It is about understanding the game and choosing to play by a new set of rules. Your rules. For years, you have been shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. That ends now. When you start respecting your own time and energy, others have no choice but to follow your lead. The world treats you as you treat yourself. Remember that true respect is not given freely, it is commanded silently. It is the natural consequence of a person who honors their own soul and their own path. Stop being an option. Disappear from their convenience and reappear as your own priority. Let them miss you. Let them wonder. Let them realize that your presence is not a constant, but a gift, because the person you are becoming is far too valuable to be anyone's afterthought. The respect you have been searching for from everyone else is waiting for you inside yourself. Go claim it.